Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to review Rod Machado's How to Fly an Airplane Handbook. Are you a student pilot looking for a plain English guide to the exercises in the PPL syllabus? Are you a current private pilot seeking an easy-to-follow refresher on the principles of flight? Do you find yourself wishing you understood more, but reluctant to ask because you worry about sounding stupid? Watch this video through to the end while I explain what's in this ebook and how it's highly likely to be the handbook you seek. For more videos about the private pilot's license, check out my playlists and subscribe to my channel. Disclosure: Rod Machado provided me with a free copy of this ebook in order to write this review. Rod Machado is a familiar face to many people who have learned to fly light aircraft. He is of course American, and while some of his many books and courses are written for the Federal Aviation Authority PPL syllabus, this particular ebook has global appeal. The principles of flight and the techniques for perfecting all flying maneuvers are the same, whether you're flying a Cessna out of Cincinnati, a Piper over Portsmouth in the UK, or a Mooney over Mumbai. This book is ideal for any student pilot or pilot who wants to walk through the exercises and maneuvers before and after practicing each of them. It's divided into 14 chapters, or should that be 14 pre- and post-flight briefings. This is the book you need if you want to read, understand, practice and perfect your techniques to the point where skilled maneuvers become part of your muscle memory. But it's not just about piloting the aircraft while airborne. It's also packed with details about those pre-flight checks pilots carry out on the ground. Aircraft checklists are just that, lists, but in order to understand why these lists exist and the purpose of each check, you need further explanations, and this book provides them. The explanations in each section are perfectly explained with numerous illustrations. Reading through this book, you'll find yourself thinking, now I get it. The chapters are written in that same plain English style that is the hallmark of Rod Machado's teaching technique. Added to this is the humour, which acts as an anchor point, making the lessons more memorable. Too many how to fly aircraft textbooks are far too technical and lack this human touch. They can also be lacking in clear images and graphics that highlight what is being explained. Rod's method has worked for over 40 years because he conveys the lesson in a style that is easy to follow and remember. He talks you through this ebook as if he's both an instructor and a friend. He explains the lesson in a way that assumes you know nothing, but without sounding condescending or patronizing. It's clear from his style that he wants you to understand and takes pleasure in explaining things to you. And I suspect this is because Rod is someone who loves flying so much that he wants you to get the most out of it, and to join him in being a confident and competent pilot who truly enjoys the privilege and pleasure of flight. So much of flying is to do with the forces acting on an aircraft and what effect the flying controls have on those forces. So Chapter 5, Stalls and Spins, is the longest chapter at 60 pages long. Rod describes slow flight, angle of attack in the turn, the incipient stall and actual stall in great detail. When you fly with an instructor who talks you through each part of a stall or spin while demonstrating the maneuver, you'll know what I mean. Except that with this ebook you can study the explanation line by line with your feet firmly on the ground. Armed with this understanding, the pilot will not only become a more proficient and safer aviator, but he or she will lose some of that fear of stalls and spins. Approaching an unfamiliar airfield, following instructions from the tower, and landing correctly and safely is another aspect of flying that causes stress to inexperienced pilots. You may have successfully navigated to within a few miles of your destination airfield and actually had time to relax and enjoy the flight. Then you put out that radio call. Golf Bravo Lima Hotel Oscar is a Grumman AA5 overhead Ottery St Mary at 2,500 feet, QNH 1017, requesting joining instructions. And from the moment you receive the reply, your workload suddenly increases. Chapter 8, the Airport Traffic Pattern, walks you through each aspect of the approach, circuit join, and landing in a variety of scenarios. Your pre-flight planning will probably have included an imagined approach, join, and landing, but things could have changed while you're in the air. The wind may have changed direction, causing the runway in use to change, so it's vital that you are comfortable with the procedures in the circuit or pattern. Given how many aircraft accidents occurred during slow flight or near airfields where aircraft are inevitably in close proximity, these 2 chapters alone justify buying this ebook and adding it to your PPL collection. The book ends with 2 chapters, one on advanced maneuvers and the other on night flying, thus forming a bridge from successful PPL standard to further training. There is also an appendix containing graphic representations of all the chapters in the book, and a comprehensive index for referring back to key points. There are many other books out there which promise to explain basic flying techniques to the student pilot or low hours PPL holder, but an investment in this book is definitely money well spent. Rod Machado's How to Fly an Airplane Handbook is available to download as an ebook at $41.95, as an ebook and audiobook package at $91.95, and it's available for delivery as a hard copy at $59.95 plus postage. Get your copy now using the link below this video. If you can think of anyone else that may be interested in buying a copy, then please share this video with them. If you already own a copy, or if you have any questions at all about it, then please post a comment below giving your feedback or asking your question. Happy landings!